So, I found this really weird quirk while testing Neo 3 for high FPS on my RTX 5060 laptop. Look at this. Solid 70 to 80 FPS, frame times look fine, but the game doesn't feel fine. Can you see it yet? At first I thought it was lag, then I thought it was graphics. But it's neither. The whole game feels like it's running in slow motion. If you're playing Neo 3 on a laptop and something just feels off, this might explain it. Just to be clear, this is a very normal setup. 1080p, standard settings, DLSS quality, nothing extreme, not even high or very high. And because it's a laptop, I switched to balanced mode. Because balanced mode means quieter fans and lower temps, right? Temps remain around mid 70s. On paper, this should be perfect for high refresh gameplay, and visually it looks fine. But after a few minutes, something strange starts happening. The GPU is still pushing frames fast, but the world itself starts moving slower. Dodges feel late, enemy attacks lose urgency, combat timing just feels wrong. The best way I can describe it, it feels like you're playing underwater. And the weird part is the FPS counter never tells you this is happening. So this is where it clicked for me. I didn't change the resolution, I didn't change graphics. I just locked the game to 60 FPS and instantly everything feels normal again. Combat is tight, physics synced, same temps, same power mode. That's the giveaway. This isn't a GPU problem. In balanced mode, the CPU is limited just enough that the game simulation loop can't stay in sync at higher frame rates. So you're not dropping frames, the game is literally thinking slower. That's why it feels like slow motion even at frame rates higher than 60 FPS. Now, if you want true high refresh rate gameplay, I switched to turbo mode. This is how Nioh is meant to feel, and combat snaps back immediately and feels really good. But look at the CPU, 90 degrees, and it stays there. This isn't a spike, this is sustained load just to keep the game synchronized. That's the cost. And I do all of my tests with the laptop on the stand. So how bad will it be when your laptop is on the desk? So what about frame generation? Here's the interesting part. With balance mode plus frame gen, the game behaves like it's running closer to 60 FPS, but it presents itself at 120. So no, this is not true 120 FPS simulation. You're still limited by the underlying game logic. But the slow motion feeling goes away, combat feels stable again, and the laptop stays much cooler. This is important. Frame generation doesn't fix the problem, it works around it. Smooth motion, not true high refresh gameplay. So here's the real situation for Neo 3 on laptops. If you want peace and low heat, lock the game to 60 FPS in balanced mode. If you want true high refresh gameplay, use turbo mode and accept the heat. And if you want a middle ground, balanced mode with frame gen is a usable compromise as long as you understand what you're getting. And whatever you do, do not trust the FPS counter if the game starts feeling slow. I'm genuinely curious, if you're playing Neo 3 on a laptop, have you felt the slow motion effect too? Are you running balanced turbo performance or frame gen? Drop your setup below. I want to see if this lines up across different systems. I'll see you in the next one.